All right, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. This is our pre-Thanksgiving show. Um, these guys have hopped over from Tick Tick and have jumped to Sagan in the hopes that they can actually um, stop the Dawnseeker. Now that they know what's going on, they know that this bio agent is actually called Agent Sindal, and they know that that Dawnseeker is on its mission is they have a couple of different plans, but mostly they're going to do an airburst. uh, well, that's their third one. Their first one is that they are going to infect wildlife and see if what the infection rate is at that point for the Aslan Ihati colonies. The next ones they're going to try to infect water and see how far that goes. And then the last one, of course, they are going to do an air burst, air dispersal, and try to see how fast they can um, cause the Aslan to go completely and totally feral. And so, I mean, it is a really nasty agent. And so these guys are hoping that they can stop Dawnseeker before any of this happens. And so they have jumped to Sagan. Before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And tonight, again, we're going to thank. We want to thank Easy Roller Dice Company. So Easy Roller, they have a ton of dice. They have a ton of dice accoutrements. And right now, going through the 26th, they have a Black Friday deal. 33% off of everything on their site. This includes sharp edge dice, gemstone dice, glass dice. Everything is 33% off. And all you have to do is use the code BLK23, and that will get you 23% off, or excuse me, 33% off of your purchase. So go check out Easy Roller. I was actually just there looking at their lapis lazuli gem dice, and yeah, I'm really interested in those dice. So I don't know, those might be in my future. If you are a fan of the channel and you want to help support us, we also have a merch store via Zazzle. Um, I would love to do like a sale on Zazzle, but it's not really set up for me to do that. So we're kind of at the whims of Zazzle themselves, but they always have codes. So just check at the top of the screen. They usually will have a code available for you know. They, oh, it's Tuesday. Have 33% off of whatever. So yeah, just check at the top of the screen. They'll usually have sales. But yeah, we have a number of items: T-shirts, buttons. We have a blanket that comes in 3 sizes. That is a map of the Glossian Empire from Braunhaven. We have a beer stein, and we just came out with a series of hoodies that are the characters. Each hoodie has a different character on it from our Braunhaven campaign that we run on Saturdays. So, yeah, check them out if you want to help us out. Grab a hoodie and a button, and we
Fun
appreciate everything that
fact.
you do.
Fun fact. If you order Mavis's hoodie, man, you can go into gang territory. You can whatever. You won't fucking die. Your stats might suck. You can go tank. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna fucking die.
So,
Get this. The
It's
fuck seriously,
miraculous.
man. They need to give it, yeah. We need to give it to the troops. Just send them out. Go to war in the Mavis hoodie.
So yeah,
Cool.
speaking of our Saturday Braunhaven game, the entire line of Braunhaven PDFs is on sale for 30% off over at Big Geek Emporium. If you just search for Braunhaven over there, they will pop up. They're also on sale at Drive Through RPG, as well as 30% off of all of the print-on-demand books. And this sale will be going on from now until Christmas. So, you know, you know, Braunhaven books make a great stocking stuffer because they are that small A5 size. They will fit in the stockings. Um, which also brings me up about our Saturday game, Cameron. So, Wes, you have to work, correct?
That's correct.
So Cameron, I had already asked Brian. He's waiting to see what your answer is. I don't know. Do we want to play on Saturday? Just play through if Wes can't make it, or do we want because we are getting into a section that is going to be kind of role play heavy. So I don't know. It's one thing to catch up on XP, and it's another thing to have to be caught up on story. I don't know how you feel about that. We can postpone Saturday if you want, or however you want to do it.
What do you think? We're gonna be preparing all kinds of shit for our.
Yeah, I'll be working for working on Thanksgiving stuff. So
Yeah, I mean it's for Saturday, so
yeah.
if we want to take Saturday off, we can. Or if you want to just think about it and let me know tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow. Somebody died last time we had the person missing too. So I'm pretty cautious after that.
Yeah, if you're
that
down
rough.
2 characters, that can become suddenly lethal. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys have spent a week in jumping from Tick over to Sagan. Anything that you want to address during that week? I'm feeling like we probably already addressed most of it. I don't know if
I can't think of anything.
Anybody has anything else?
Did we give our new guest a physical? Well, that's Friday night.
That's Friday night.
I'm not really sure I know what happened last week.
So
I thought I told you we found a bunch of
so last week these guys they found out a whole bunch of stuff that
Keith had sex with a female Aslan.
Yes.
She wasn't happy, so she depawed you.
So they found out that the Dawnseeker had delivered what was it? 4 Lowbirds, and the scientists there they were clearly working on the bioagent, which is named Agent Sindal. They found out that there are 3 versions of Agent Sindal. There was of course, the first one that you ran into. Well, you don't know where you haven't run into the first one. The second one was the one that was dispersed on Paul, and now they have refined it even further to the third one. And these 4 Aslan that were delivered, evidently they were already infected when they were delivered. And one of the scientists there had opened the first one. There was a female inside, but she wasn't infected to the point where she was going to be completely batshit. And so she promptly killed him and then took his key card and unlocked the other 3 Lowbirds, freeing the 3 males in there. And much hilarity ensued. And, they played kitty cat games, and a lot of people died. And so
some were eaten.
And so these guys basically they tossed they tossed her back into a low berth. I don't know about any of the other ones that made it.
Yeah,
one other male made it.
One.
Yeah, and
didn't matter. It didn't matter after we set off.
It really doesn't matter because they overloaded the fusion reactor and left, and so there was a big fusion reactor meltdown and a big plasma plume, and so the installation on Tick is now a molten crater, and probably still very hot. It reached the temperature of the sun for a while. And they have left, and they know that they know the flight plan for Dawnseeker, that it was going to Sagan, and its plan was to do these 3 dispersal tests for this third version of Agent Sindal, and that it has Agent Sindal aboard. Aside from that, they don't know much else. So they jump.
Oh, exciting.
We did a PR. We released another story talking about all this shit. And we blamed our friendly Empress.
They blamed Lady Hill over on Drinax, Empress of Drinax.
Yeah, and I rolled good, so I think it probably did some fucking shit. But we don't know.
Yeah, it's front page of the Enquirer.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
The Traveler Enquirer.
Nice.
There's a small thing under there that I landed on this unknown planet and I found Bigfoot, and we had a love child. So
We had a love child.
and so you guys jump on over to Sagan, and so this. I had something for that. Oh, there it is. There it is.
You got the Osiris right there. We're right. Oh.
And so coming out of Jump, you guys are greeted to a Sagan sunrise. And Sagan's actually a pretty nice planet. This is what comes up on your passive display. So not a whole lot of people here. So Sagan has it's gotten kind of a bad rap, maybe. So like most of the planets along the Dust Belt, it was hit with atomics and biological weapons there at the end of the Sindalian Empire, and because of that, a lot of people that didn't die off, of course, fled, and then word spread. And so here sits this kind of a jewel of a planet, and nobody wants to go back. But not too long ago, there was a starport built, and it is, oddly enough, this starport is not built by General Development Company. This starport is built by a private concern, and they do have it's a Class C starport. And there is a small town that is built up around this city, rather, star town, that is built up around it. That is mostly that star town is probably around 10,000 people, and then of course there's another city on this other island, or I guess these are small continents, that is about 10,000 people. So there's a total of about 20,000 people on this planet. Aside from that, nobody wants to colonize Sagan. Despite what you're seeing, it looks great. It should be, a number one with a bullet point at the top of everyone's colonization list, and yet it is not. The Ihati, however, look at this and they're like, holy shit, that's where we want to go. And so many Aslan Ihati have come to Sagan and set up small enclaves throughout the outback. And this is exactly what Dawnseeker is looking to exploit. Now, Sagan does have a very, very minor Highport. That most ships that come into Sagan, they dock at the Highport, refuel, and take on supplies, and then they are out. They don't even bother going to the main world. So that would probably be your first point. But aside from that, in Sagan, there's really nothing else here. The mean equatorial temperature is 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh
And
my.
world gravity is 0.9 G all over.
That's like 82.
Right, yeah. It's terrible.
That's pretty nice.
Sounds
Terrible.
ideal.
Yeah.
I want to run an active scan and see if I can locate the Dawnseeker.
All right, go ahead and make a electronic sensors plus intel check.
I'm going to add 2 because we're in a cool ship.
Yes, you are.
9.
So you pick up a number of craft. Oddly enough, you don't pick up any other subsidized merchants. You don't pick up any subsidized merchants, but you do pick up 3 other small trader craft. There's an Empress Morava. There are 2 free traders that are. One is moving its way into port. The Empress Morava is in the process of leaving, as is the second free trader. They are getting ready to They're making their way to the jump limit. You don't.
It's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to be in orbit around the planet according to its instructions.
Yeah, you're not detecting any craft in orbit around the planet. You're picking up, of course, comsats and things like that, but you're not picking up anything like a subsidized merchant. A fat trader runs 400 tons. It would stick out like a sore thumb unless it was on the far side of the planet.
Might be on the far side of the planet.
Possibly.
Did our companion ship show up?
There's no way we beat them here, is there?
It's possible.
Really, it's possible. Okay. Well, that's good news then.
We could do some light pirating or
Beth,
fishing.
So Beth, I will allow you to make a leadership plus intellect or education check.
Cool. 10.
Okay, so yeah, it is possible, and I will show you why. So you know that subsidized merchants, otherwise known as fat traders, those are J1 ships. And let me find. I will show you what that means. So if it left Tic-Tac, it could go to 2 places. Well, it could go to 3 places. It could go to Asus, which it probably has no reason to go to Asus. It could go to Hakarda, really has next to no reason to go to Hakarda, because, I mean, not only is it a dry planet, but it's not on its way. And the next trip that it would make, the logical direction, would be to Tyre. So, if the Dawnseeker is... You know that Dawnseeker is modified. It's part of its cargo hold has been modified to hold an additional 50 tons of fuel, so that it can make a second J1. So it's capable of 2 J1s, not a J2, but 2 J1s. It could have jumped to Tyre and then jumped again immediately to Sagan, but if it did that, it would draw attention to itself, because any ship that appears to be in a hurry to get anywhere on the Dust Belt means that they're up to something. Everybody else just kind of does their thing. So if it was attempting to blend in with local traffic, standard procedure would have been to go to Tyre and spend anywhere from 4 days to a week on Tyre before making a jump for Sagan. So it is, you jumped from Tic-Tac to Sagan, so it is possible that you have arrived here like 2 to 3 days early before they actually jump from, or before they come out of jump from Tyre.
Awesome.
I guess we could. Oh God, we don't know if they're going to stop. I doubt they stop at a Highport or anything. I mean,
well,
I think we should land.
If you are following that line of thought,
we could land and warn people. Perhaps.
If you're following that line of thought, then their next procedure after coming out of jump would be to dock at the Highport, because otherwise they are going to draw attention.
Okay. We could try and warn some people too, and see if we could maybe get additional ships to throw down to destroy these evil fuckers.
I mean, we could split the party. We have 2 ships.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean,
Who has the best? Let's see. We're probably gonna need Persuade. And
I've got that.
social stuff, I guess. I have Persuade 1, but King has way more Persuade.
I have Persuade 2. I have Deception 2. I've got fucking a 14 social skill because I've been doing shit.
So he's going to be doing all the talking. And then that leaves who wants to be on the ship. I can pilot. and who wants to like gun, I guess. Who wants to shoot stuff at the ship as it shows up?
Either Gregor or I could gun. It's really.
Well, somebody
Let's
make a
see.
decision.
So I think Gregor might have better gunner.
You want to go
I've
down?
got her two.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
plus
you're-
2. Oh,
All
with
right.
with my dexterity, it'll be plus 4 if I'm using it.
Cool. All right. So it'll be me and Gregor up in an orbit, and then you two go down and try and warn and see what you learn.
So so before you decide to split the party, which I mean, two warships definitely isn't that's not a bad way to split the party. This isn't like D&D. I mean, it depends on the circumstance, but I guess my question is, what is your so you know that the first you already know what their plan of attack is. So I mean, their first stage is that Dawnseeker is going to try and do a dispersal in an area where they can infect wildlife, and then of course the second one will be to infect water, and the last one will be to infect um, an airburst over an actual populated colony. So my question is, what is your plan? I mean, are you wanting to board her and fight it out, or are you wanting to just
Blow the shit out of her.
Yeah, let's
Right.
just blow these fuckers up. Yeah, that's pretty much what my plan is going to be. I already know what they're going to do, and it's evil and wrong, so I don't mind exploding them.
So I have a question about splitting the party though. If we're going to the surface to try to solve or to try to like get rally support, we're going to be stirring shit up. We're going
Right.
to scare people a lot.
right?
I thought
I don't
you
know
so.
if that's a good idea.
I thought you
Well-
would try and get to whoever's governing it. Like if it was your planet that you were in charge of, wouldn't you want to know that this
There's
is
nobody
going
to
to
stir
happen?
up, though.
Yeah.
No, we're
That's
going
just
on a
it. I mean, there's a
Keith.
population.
Hell yeah.
There's a population of 20,000 on the planet. There's probably more than that. You're probably looking at probably closer to like 35,000. But those people are living off the grid away from the cities. And of those extra people, they are probably Ihati. The government, the corporation, the subsidiary that is running this downport and highport, probably isn't going to give two shits about Aslan. I mean,
Are
this
they
is
gonna?
this is
But
the
are they gonna
general.
care if
You know,
I
how
shoot
much
down a
money do
ship?
they make off of Aslan?
Nothing. I mean,
So if I
But-
shoot down their ship in orbit and stuff, are they gonna get mad or confused? Are they gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Or not? care?
so I mean, right? That could be a possibility. And hold on.
I guess
What's
maybe
their
we
law
could
level?
communicate to them with like radio or not radio, but a wireless
Yeah.
thing, and
Right.
just
On your
warn them
computer.
like this is what's
First thing they're
happening.
going to hear from me is whoosh.
Hold on
Yeah.
1 second.
I think it's
There we
smart
go.
for us to tell the local authorities that this ship is going to participate in biochemical warfare testing, and we are going to blow that motherfucker up on site. And we can even just tell them, if y'all got a problem with it now, we can go ahead and have this fight. So when they show up, we can blow them up.
Well,
I think that's
mean,
a better way to go.
I mean, you don't. I mean, you don't necessarily have to split the party to do any of that. I mean, standard
Oh.
procedure would be, of course, you guys are running on dry, so standard procedure would be to dock at the high port. You could dock at the low port, but if you docked at the down port, that's going to make intercepting Dawnseeker that much harder, because you're going to have to break Atmo to catch her.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we're
dock
gonna
at
fuel
the
up
high
and
port. Dock
Yep.
at the high port, have some drinks while the ship's being refueled. You can ask around. You can talk to the high port officials or high port authority and try to plead your case.
Yeah.
what you can see on so Ting your sensors, you're not detecting a whole lot here. There, like as far as like Sagan itself goes, they have one system defense boat. Not huge. It's one of the smaller system defense boats. I want to say it's like 400 tons, which is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, at a 400-ton system defense boat outguns your ship. I mean, if you take out a jump drive, there's a lot of space for guns and missiles.
Yeah.
So there is that, but they only have one of them. And you do detect some light fighters and a couple of heavy fighters, but I mean, you can count them on one hand.
God, man, you know, we ought to start investing in some fighters.
Fighters are a pain in the ass, is what they are. Fighters are a pain in the ass, especially if you get the heavy fighters. Yeah, because they can put the hurt on you.
They throw the missiles out and God, loaded with armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So to
That's
the
for a
high
different
port, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
guys, so go ahead and make a yeah. Highport. So Sagan Highport contacts you. What are they?
Hey, who's there?
Yeah. Who are
You out there? Who's there?
Yeah. Right. Yes. They are.
There's this blip on the radar. Who's there?
No,
So
I mean it's common to hit people up before you go docking with them. I mean,
so yeah, the Sagan Highport or the Sagan Port conglomerate, Sagan Port Corporation, contacts you, and they. What name is your ship going by? Because I mean, are you pinging a transponder? I've assumed that you are.
I didn't think
I would think we would need to, and probably not Osiris.
Yeah.
well, what do we set up?
yeah, I guess.
Why not?
Yeah. We are the floppy cock.
Oh yes. Yeah. So it is a. They are a private investment, and what you do know is that this has led to a rather complex political situation on the planet. There are various services and utilities that are forming a power base, but each of those, like the water utility, is under the charge of this corporate executive, and the electrical authority is under this corporate executive, and so they argue back and forth amongst themselves. So it's amazing that anything functions, to be quite honest. And so the port authority they contact you. Floppy cock, this is Sagan Highport. Please state your destination.
Oh yeah. We are headed to the high port to dock and refuel. You know.
Affirmative.
We looking to probably do some trading, and we are wanting a ear with the local government.
Oh. Go ahead and make a your choice, either diplomacy or persuasion plus charm.
I'm only one on the diplomacy, so I am going to go with persuasion, and my charm is 9, so +2. Yeah. Give me some dice. God, I fucking suck.
Yep. Sorry,
Yeah.
sir. There's no government.
We are looking to have you put our jingle on top of your thing. It's floppy cock. You'll always be a home sweet home to me.
You hear what sounds like the start of laughter, and then the mic mutes. And then after a minute or two, the mic comes back, and they're like, You are cleared for docking, but that's probably a negative for a corp meeting. None of the executives are available at this time.
No, of
All
course
right.
not.
They're
Yeah.
fighting with each other already at lunch.
Well, I'm telling you,
They're
we're
fighting over
Greenwater.
who gets to display the floppy cock.
yeah. Well, we're on our way, but let me tell you, we are remaining floppy, unstimulated, totally. It's terribly sad.
Well, that's
Sorry
what.
to hear
Well, floppy cock. That's what we prefer for our crews to be in our port.
But while we're talking about that, we do have a sizable crew that we would like to perhaps range for recreational activities. If you have any of those services available, I'd like to know about it.
Yeah. So they tell you. Of course, you're going to say that, right? They tell you.
That's why they're there.
Right. Yes, that is. That is their
That's
entire reason for existing.
that's right.
Let's see here. Da, da, da.
We do have to constantly let our people go out and get fucked up and chase
Yeah,
girls.
definitely.
I mean,
Yeah,
after all, they are
they get-
pirates.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
living in a tube for your entire existence is not what you want. I mean,
So he says, yeah, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. We do have an Advantage hotel. We have a Astra Burgers and a Starbowl hotel. But the Starbowl is really kind of higher end. Just to let you know.
oh, that sounds like it's just my fucking cup of tea. I appreciate you. I would definitely be going to the higher end stuff.
I'm gonna go have a 3-martini lunch there.
Yeah. And then I'll mute the mic and I'll look over and I go, why the fuck would I want to rob some fucking broke motherfuckers? Let's go to the good hotel.
Well, I mean, you do. I mean, so Starbowl hotels. You have some knowledge of Starbowl hotels. They are considered higher end. They are set up usually at the. I was going to say the top or bottom, but there's no top or bottom in space. But we'll just go with that. The top of the spindle. And the top of the hotel is usually a dome, and all of the rooms, when you book the rooms for the night, your entire ceiling is an open view of space.
Nice.
Cool.
And they have, nightclubs and dance clubs and whatnot, all in the hotel. They are pretty ritzy. I wouldn't say they're 5-star, but they're probably 3.5, maybe 4 stars.
I bet you could take a camera drone and take it around in space outside the dome and look in people's. I bet you could get fucking.
Well,
Good.
probably not, because the exterior of that would be, of course, mirrored, because you don't want direct radiation from that star coming in, or else all of your guests would get microwaved in their beds.
Well, that's really disappointing to hear.
Well, they get sun. They get a nice suntan.
yes, and cancer.
Oh, I was just like to
You
make
can just take a couple pills for cancer now.
Right, yes.
I would like to get some footage and extort somebody, and then after they pay me off, I'm gonna release the shit anyway.
Oh, of course you would. Of course you would. So yeah, he lets you know. Yeah, they've got an Astro Burger, and the Astro Burger. As soon as you get off the comms with them, of course, your computer starts to, or your comms connect to your computer, and you start to receive ads. The Astro Burger. So Astro Burger has a kind of a running gag that all of their ads are all about how great the Astro Burger is, and that it is the reason for certain wars to have been either fought or won, so that the victorious side could get an Astro Burger. They're very tasteless, and currently the ad for Astro Burger is that the the rebels that fought against the Sindalian Empire, the whole reason that they fought the Sindalian Empire was because the Sindalians were preventing them from getting an Astra Burger, and then it ends with, the Astra Burger double decker, and it comes up, and so that's their ad campaign, and
Oh,
then
by now they got quadruple deckers.
yes, and quadruple deckers, and yes,
It's still only a quarter pound of meat.
They are also known for the crews of tankers and logistic vessels are usually commemorated with the largest of the fast food chains items. So you might you might end up, I'm gonna have a Colonel Deckard, and it's like some kind of large foot long sub sandwich style hamburger conglomeration abomination, and but
Do they
yeah.
have a free trader burger?
More than likely, yeah. They have burgers commemorating the cruiser service, one of the patrol forces, and one for the battleship crews, and so forth.
All right, yeah. Thank you for your time and information. Sorry we couldn't come to an
They've already
arrangement.
cut comms. They're just sending you
Yeah.
ads. There's a Advantage Hotels has a 15% off discount for first time people. You guys I don't know that you've actually stayed in an Advantage Hotel. You've been to several. You've killed some people in a couple. So,
Never slept there though.
I don't think you've ever stayed the night in one though.
I'd like to go ahead though and get in touch with this high-end things and see if I can arrange for a suite for the command crew.
Okay, so so you dial up the you get a series of holographic ads, of course, for Starbull Hotel showing these luxurious suites. There's like in a space station. There's a fountain or a waterfall that goes into a 3-story tall aquarium, and there's fish floating around in 0G in the water. So the water's in 0G, and the fish are swimming around in 0G. It's really quite impressive.
I
And
hope they're not just
and at Starbull Hotel, you will have the most luxurious night that you've ever had, etc., etc. And then there's a QR code at the bottom that you can click, and it will automatically connect you to bookings.
Then I want to take the bookings.
We can spam our cool video around because well, that would cause terror. Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah. So,
Maybe when we leave.
I still want to try and find someone when we land. That
So,
will give a shit.
So you get a comm agent comes up on your holo display. This girl, she's wearing a typical headset mic, and she is standing. Apparently, she's standing in some kind of, or in front of some kind of console, and she says, "Hello, thank you for calling Starbull Hotel. How may I help you?"
Yeah, this is Jug of the Starship Floppycock. I am wanting to purchase. I'd like to. We'll see about renting a suite. Well, I want the highest end suite you have, and privacy is of utmost importance. Is one of my crew members values her discretion. She's a very popular and famous person, and we would prefer that her knowledge of her not get out.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion plus charm check.
I'm afraid because my fucking dice have been sucking. But you know what? I'm doing it. I'm not changing the color. I'm sticking with the pink. Oh, it might get changed. 9.
So the girl on the hologram, she gets this kind of surprised look, and she kind of looks around and she goes, "Is it Tisney Zazzle? Is Tisney Zazzle coming to stay at our hotel?"
I can't confirm or deny that.
Oh my God, Tisney Zazzle is coming to stay at our hotel. Well, We have the presidential.
Unless I'm lying.
We have the Emperor's presidential suite available. And but she says I am a fan of Disney Zazzle, especially since she did her farewell her farewell concert for the Deep Night Revelation mission that left from I'm sorry,
Wherever.
I just brain farted. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dumbasses are those to go out way out in the middle of nowhere
Yeah,
for
she
no
says
fucking reason to
those
take pictures.
people
What
are
a
so
stupid
brave,
fucking
she put on such a great show. She says,
Yeah.
we can. She says, I am such a fan. She says, so that the Emperor's presidential suite is available for 5,000 credits per night.
All right, I'm gonna get 3 nights. 4 of the money right now as I remove it from my character sheet.
She says, oh my god, I can't wait to tell my friends.
Oh well, I have to ask that you
Is she gonna
not
pee her
tell your
panties?
friends. Let me assure you that if we did have Miss Zazzle on our, coming to your thing, she would have extremely protective security that might protect her with deadly force with very quickly.
Oh,
She's
of course.
a very important individual. Yeah.
So what's the law level?
If you're going to stick a busboy in the toilet and think you're going to take pictures while she's popping a squat, just know that motherfucker's going in the recycle bin. Just saying.
So law level is 8, which means all bladed weapons and stunners are banned. Shotguns, all firearms, personal concealable weapons like assault weapons, and all visible armor is banned.
I need to see about getting a waiver for that. How much does that cost? Because
I was planning on wearing my white coat and being Dr. Smith.
Now, this is the Highport, and so the Highport, of course, has the law level 8 is the downport, the law level of Sagan as a whole. The Highport, of course, would fall even as it is a private concern. The law level of the port is slightly more relaxed. They will allow they visible armor is discouraged, but cloth armor is okay, especially if it is disguised, as regular clothing. Mesh armor, of course, is the same thing. And sidearms and blades are acceptable in the Highport.
Can I get a special provision due to the fact that we have an important person? Security is very important to us. I mean, if something were to happen here, man, this place might get removed from the map just due to outrageous fans.
She says, "Oh, I can totally understand." Yes, she says. So for special security, for an additional 2,000 credits per piece, we can issue a license for the length of your stay. That will basically change that law level to, let's see here. To law level 4.
Money buys everything. You say 2,000 a head? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. So I will now.
Do you have a lot of money, or do you need some help?
So essentially,
man, I've got over about these.
Light assault weapons and submachine guns would be banned, as would be open cloth armor. But if you wanted to carry anything else, that would be acceptable. You could carry long arms. Gauss rifles, that's really...
I wouldn't want to do that in a high port anyway.
Yeah, come straight blowing a high.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
put a 4mm armor piercing round through here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna drop $8,000 for the 4 of us, and then I'm gonna drop another $4,000 for the 2 Sindalian death bots that we'll be bringing as escort.
Well, I mean,
Can I bring one?
you could do that. I mean,
Is that overbearing it?
keep in mind the people on this high port have probably never seen an actual Sindalian deathbot. They're going to see a couple of hovering droids, and those droids don't pop guns until they decide that somebody needs to get axed, which they are a bit touchy. So
I will call them service bots. Yeah, there'll be 4 of us and our 2 service bots who service us.
Well, okay.
Hey, I want my 3 martini lunch. Bring it.
Yeah, they don't call us floppy cock for nothing. Now, of course, your booking for the room for 3 nights, of course, includes one on the house dinner at the Star Bowl steakhouse.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful and all that, but simple sleazy coupons and all that aren't really our style.
It's not a coupon. That's a part of your room stay.
Oh, okay. I went to a strip club once that gave a free buffet, and I'm telling you, you don't want to eat those mashed potatoes.
So creepy. Yeah, you are cleared for docking. Beth, you can make a piloting plus dex check.
All right. 10.
Excellent. So yeah, you set down in or set down or really you don't set down. You bump up and attach to a docking point. So my question is, so your ship is peculiar. So let's take a look at your ship.
I think the Anubis is also going to dock and refuel.
They'll handle their own thing. But looking at your boat, so it doesn't. Oh wait, 10 is airlock. Oh. Okay, so yeah, there is, aside from your docking clamps here on the wings, there is a airlock here on deck 3 that you can attach to. So,
right.
Yeah, you attach and you are ready for good times. How are you guys dressing? What are you carrying?
I'm dressing up as like a doctor and hoping that I can get to talk to somebody important about what's happening.
Okay. Are you dressing like a doctor packing heat or just a doctor? And I have to ask this because my character in Alternity was Dr. Alex Trenton, and he was a combat medic who he was a doctor, a very good doctor. Unfortunately, had a cybernetic arm and also carried around pearl gripped flechette pearl gripped auto flechette pistol and a pearl gripped matching auto flechette shotgun. So I mean, some of the most ruthless body destroying.
You know who uses pearl grip weapons?
I don't know.
People who who get money from whores.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
All
know,
right.
well,
You know, take it from
I'm-
them.
there was
That's what Patton said. I don't have no damn pearl. I have ivory
So
handle.
Dr. Trenton was known as
Only
also known as
kids have
Dr.
pearl handle.
Bastard. He was known as Dr. Bastard by a lot of the female crew of the ship because one of the attachments for his cybernetic arm was for some reason a speculum. So, so yeah, Dr. Bastard.
I'm
I'm dressing
gonna.
up like a rock star.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
fucking dyeing my hair and
You going crazy?
yeah, fucking. I've got that fucking disguise net thing. I can just make it look like it's a flashy fucking disco glow thing. I'm going as I'm going as Zazzle. Fuck it. That's what I'm doing.
Why not?
You're gonna try to dress up as
We
Yeah,
got
gonna
disguise
use my.
nets. We got disguise nets.
Worst
Yeah.
comes to worst, you'll at least look like one of her backup singers. So,
Well, I've got the box, you know, where I can disguise my voice, so I can have her voice, and I've got the disguise nets that put the holographic display up. I think I can pull her
oh,
off.
that's true. You have the disguise net. God,
Fuck
why
yeah,
is this
Tiff.
fucking around?
Yeah. Eyes.
Sorry, my camera keeps going ape shit on me. So okay, so you got the doctor, and like I said, going back to what I was saying, is the doctor going strapped? Are you carrying a concealed firearm? Are you just not worried about it? I mean, you are on a starport.
I don't really anticipate any violence.
Combat
really.
never
I mean,
happens on a starport. That's ridiculous,
I'll have scalpels and shit.
right?
You'll have a death bot.
Would you
I
like to
mean,
borrow my garrote?
You know what? I'll have a monkey blade in the pocket.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not anticipating having to murder anybody. We'll see how wrong I
I'll
am.
carry my laser pistol.
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
not
else is
crazy.
strapped too. I feel like
Yeah, I
it's gonna be
mean,
okay.
so one thing to keep in mind, if you're carrying that laser pistol, keep in mind that it is in a holster. So the way I think about these you're talking about the Sandalian laser pistol, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way I think of these, and I don't know if you've ever seen one, but have you ever seen the full kit for a C96 broom handle Mauser?
Yes.
So it comes in officially. What would actually strap to your leg is like a wooden case, and inside that case is the pistol, of course, that can be kind of drawn out. It's not a quick draw, but the wooden case actually straps on and fits onto the end of this thing, onto the end of the pistol like a stock. So there's a whole bunch of shit that is involved in this. And part of that is, of course, it is decorated, showing that you are a knight of Drinax. It is clearly, if you're wearing this, people are going to be like, hey.
I got a question though too. So did Tink pay 2K so that I could carry a gun?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna carry a gun then.
All right.
It's just like a waste.
yeah,
of
I
money.
mean,
I'll just have a.
if you want to carry that pistol, just keep in mind that it is going to draw attention.
Even under my doctor's coat.
Well,
I feel like I could hide a
Yeah.
revolver in it.
It's a bit big to put under your on a shoulder holster.
Doc Holliday was a dentist, and he wore a long coat, but it was pretty well known he was armed.
Well, he used a shoulder holster.
Yeah.
He had his
That's
here.
true. Yeah, he had a shoulder holster. Yeah.
I could bring the revolver. That seems pretty small.
Okay.
I can. Can't I use my disguise net to kind of gloss over the fact that I have a laser pistol on me?
Well, how would you get it out though? I guess you'd
Yeah.
have to lift the net up.
It's just
Yeah.
when I have to get it out, that's going to be unfortunate. But
yeah.
yes,
I mean, yeah. Now
I could do the woodpecker instead. I think I might do that.
Yeah,
you're
do
gonna make
that.
me look at the disguise net. 'Cause that's a really good question. 82.
It'll be good to get all of this
So
hammered out if we go back to Drinax.
so it says it's a short-range holographic projector into a face covering, so it can so the disguise net can transform your face.
I've got the whole
That's the
body
face
suit.
one, and we have the
Oh,
body
that's right.
one.
Then there's a whole body one. Will not always fool even very close visual inspection, but is easily detectable by electronic. So, any weapons detector is going to see that you're armed.
Okay, I'll carry the woodpecker instead. I think it's less obvious. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah,
woodpecker?
probably. So the woodpecker is a I want to say machine pistol, but it's bordering
It's
on.
auto 3.
Yeah, it's bordering on SMG. Hold on here.
Well, I can't bring my carbine.
Well, I mean, you. Oh, the laser carbine? Yeah, that's probably a bit much.
Yeah, that's probably a bit too much.
You could take. You could bring the woodpecker. It is a pistol.
Okay, I'll do that.
Is that like the staple gun?
It's more like a Scorpio.
Yeah,
Scorpio machine pistol.
I'm planning on walking around with flare and all kinds of shit. I don't think we're going to be stopped by security. I've come in like a rock star. I'm dressed the part. I've got my entourage, my personal doctor, and my service bots, and a couple of good chums. You know, solid lads. That we're gonna be just fine.
So you're not.
If not, we're gonna kill a bunch of people.
So you're not wanting to pack anything.
I'm nonviolent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
a pacifist. Come
He
on.
just wants to hug you.
All I want to do is just have fun and make friends.
What about Gregor?
Gregor's put on a cloth armor that looks just like a casual business suit.
Okay, that works.
And I have a body pistol and a shoulder harness. I have a stunner on one side and a auto pistol on the other.
Okay. All right. So you guys step off onto Sagan Highport.
I'm the poor entourage's manager.
Right. Yes. You step off onto Sagan Highport's deck, and it is for having a Star Bowl hotel, it is really disappointing. You do see that there are a couple of pachinko parlors on the concourse. Walking up and down the concourse, you count maybe 5 or 6 people. You can see that there are maybe a handful of people in the pachinko parlors, and
Ching, 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 ching,
yeah,
ching,
and
ching.
there's the sound of pachinko going on, and occasionally the buzz of somebody actually winning.
Have you ever been by a pachinko parlor?
You what?
Have you ever been walked by a pachinko parlor?
Oh yeah, they're noisy as shit.
Yes, they're really loud.
Yes. Yeah. The only place that I found that was almost that loud was like the cheap slots at Circus in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this place looks desolate. That means there's probably not a lot of people around.
Yeah, there's not a ton of people. In fact, when you came in, docked, you only see that there's the one other. There's the free trader that you saw docking ahead of you, and there was like 3 other ships that were docked, and the flight pattern coming in was not full. I mean, there's not a whole lot of traffic that comes through Sagan.
What if we did this? What if we wait for the Dawnseeker to show up, and then Miss Zazzle is going to announce an improv concert that because there's so few people, we need to convince them to make everybody fucking come. And when everybody fucking comes to the concert, I will throw on a concert and then y'all steal the fucking ship.
So here is the one thing, the one flaw in your plan there, is that any advertisement for this is going to take 1 week to get to the closest jump one system.
I don't want that. I want everybody that's when hear me out. The Dawnseeker shows up, and then out of the blue, I'm going to throw a fucking concert, and I'm going to record it, and we're going to broadcast this shit across the whole fucking Dust Belt. And because there's not very many people here, we need everybody that's here to come to my concert so the video looks good. And then when everybody's to my improv concert...
So you mean everybody in system?
Yes. Mainly, specifically, a lot of the staff, the security, the people, the crew of the Dawnseeker. Because all non-essential personnel should definitely come to my concert. And I throw some recordings, do a song and dance, what the fuck ever. I fart in a fan. But while I'm doing that, my homeboys are stealing the fucking Dawnseeker or putting bombs on the Dawnseeker. I don't give a fuck what
I like nukes.
You know. So, I mean...
I think more megatons in the cargo bay is just about right. Then you shift it off about 5,000 miles and let it go.
If there's
So,
information on the Dawnseeker, all right,
let me
getting on board and yanking hard drives or anything like that would get us, if we need more information and evidence on what's going on and it's on the Dawnseeker and it docks with this Highport, I would like to try something.
So you may want to question if you really want to do that, because Tisney Zazzle is actually
a couple of planets over, right?
well, she's actually, I guess, quote unquote, a friend of yours.
Yeah.
So Tisney Zazzle rules Salif, and she.
Does she have a good sense of humor?
Kind of.
About this?
Probably not.
Essentially, she did basically she did a show on Salif and basically rallied a rebellion against the corporations and the planetary government there, and ended up the rebellion put her in charge. She honestly has no fucking idea how to run a planet, but she's been doing okay, I guess. I mean, planet hasn't blown up or anything.
I guess it really matters in the long run, she probably gets rumors about her fake appearances showing up all over the fucking place,
I think we should try and convince them first and just be straight up. Be like, these people are coming. I'm sure you don't want a planet full of rabid hockey. We're going to kill the ship when it shows up. So,
okay. I could use my fake star power to get us a fucking audience with people in charge.
Yeah, that's true. Probably.
Worth a try.
Yeah. I mean, I'll change color of dice and everything.
So you're going to try and use the rumor. I mean, it's not even confirmed yet. You're going to try and use the rumor that you are part of Tisney Zazzle's entourage to get an audience with the mucky mucks of Highport Highport Authority. Essentially,
yeah. And if that doesn't work, I'll try and find whatever hospital or medical establishment there is and see if I can work up the chain.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna act like a fucking rock star, and swear to God it's important that I talk to people in charge, and I'm gonna bring my doctor, and then I'm gonna just let the doctor do its thing.
Okay. So first, Beth, you can make an investigate plus intellect check.
Okay.
Surprisingly,
You get a +2 to that because you're in the Highport, so
It'll be 12 then.
okay. So you do find that the Highport does. I mean, this is a Class C Highport. They don't really have a. They have a hospital, but it's not, anything major. It's like a legacy. And
Yeah.
so, so, um, so there
It's a
is,
carport. It has to have a hospital.
yeah, there's at
Of course,
least,
we only have a physician assistant,
right,
but
yeah, exactly. There is a small hospital on the Highport. It is, uh, looking it over through the data kiosk, you are not seeing that this hospital would have any kind of major facilities capable of dealing with um, any kind of bioagent infection, let alone Agent Sindal.
Would they know who to call though? Like who would they call?
Well, I mean, they would of course put out a urgent message to aboard whatever ship that they could deem at that point was not under quarantine to leave, and it would take a week for them to get anywhere to ask for help.
So it's a dead end. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you convince this motherfucker that they're coming here to do these fucking bio warfare tests, and maybe you could talk them into just having their defense boats fucking knock the motherfucker out for us.
Yeah, I don't know if they. It seems like whoever would administrate would have they'd have like someone to call for different things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. The tech level here is actually tech level 3.
Oh shit! I must seem like a
level
wizard.
what?
I'm sorry. Tech level is 8. The law level is 3.
Oh,
So you guys have been cleared for tech level 2, which means the only weapons that are would technically be banned would be portable energy and laser weapons, but under law level 3, only military weapons and flak and combat armor and battle dress are banned. So I mean, what you guys are using is perfectly acceptable. But yeah, it's only tech level 8, so I mean, the med kit that you carry around with you is more advanced than what's available in this hospital.
Okay. Yeah, I must seem like a wizard. But I just thought maybe they would have someone to contact. But it looks like it's a dead end.
Yeah,
well.
So the thing that, I mean, especially out here in the Dust Belt, these worlds, everything help is 2 weeks away, at least, because you're going to have to jump a parsec to try and get help, assuming that you can get help. Then it's a week back. And so...
I meant like on the planet. Like who the hell is in charge? Like they don't.
They're only tech
I need
level
to speak
8.
to the manager of the planet.
some corporation.
Yeah, I mean, the whole planet is only tech level 8. So I mean, it's not.
It shouldn't be that hard to track down who's in charge either. Then
You
right?
wouldn't think. Tang, you can go ahead and make a deception plus charm check. Okay.
A little bit better. 10. Yeah.
So-
the brown dice.
So you
I went from the pink to the stink.
so you waltz into the port authority office like you are king shit.
Yeah.
Is anybody else going with Ting while he is pretending to be part of the entourage?
I'll go.
Let's all go. Why not?
I'm
You
the
gotta have a lot of
manager. I
people.
have to follow her along or tell her, "Oh, look out! Oh, be careful! Don't get hurt.
Right.
We have an appointment in 3 hours."
So Ting, you come walking in your tight leather pants, and I'm just seeing Ting like wearing this this like rainbow colored spiky 80s hairstyle wig. No
Yeah.
shirt, but he's got on a leather jacket that's open, of course, and like tight leather pants and like leopard skin boots. And he comes
And
walking.
fucking nipple tassels.
Of course, just why not?
Who said that?
That's my fucking why I'm feeling it's like the TV's down low, and it's kind of late. And I'm
now
sitting here
it's on
going,
mute. She
fucking
wants to hear
Tim.
what you're doing with the nipple tassels.
No, she's used to me fucking role playing.
So you come walking in like you own the place, right? And you
Out of his way, out of her way. It's Morton people.
So Gregor, you can also make a deception plus charm check.
Oh my!
Okay.
That surprised the hell out of me.
So Gregor is following closely behind Ting, acting like the concerned manager that Ting is, going to miss his appointment. And Ting, you come up to the front desk, and there's this sergeant in a just a plain navy blue port authority uniform, and he looks up and he goes, "Who are you supposed to be?"
Well, I could be everything you want if you want to come by my room tonight.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Bribe, breed, whatever, Was surely you told we were coming.
I have not been made aware of anybody coming, but and he kind of looks past you and he looks at Gregor and he goes, "But apparently you brought your own personal physician with you, and I don't know what he's supposed to be, but okay, what can I do for you?"
Oh, we need to speak to the people
Don't
in
you see
charge.
we're in a hurry?
Yeah,
Let us through, man.
I need my physician here to speak to your to the head of the Highport, and I'm ready to put on some entertainment here in a little while. Perhaps you'd like to come to the show while I'll let you get my lap dance.
Make a persuasion plus charm check, and you get a +2 to that because of your deception and because of Gregor's good act.
Yeah, we're throwing a thing. Maybe even got the fucking little camera drone all fucking flying around, taking pictures.
you always have the camera drone.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, well, 10.
Says, okay, what? He kind of stands up and he's like typing on his console. He says, and you're looking at this computer he's typing on. It says on the side of it that it's made by Compaq.
Yeah.
He says, so he says, and it's a beige box. it's tech level 8. He says, what is this concerning?
A biological threat to the planet.
Oh, is Beth just going to speak up? Biological
There you
threat?
go.
Yeah.
He says, well, that sounds kind of dire. And he types it into the notes, and he says, he says, so you're putting on a show?
Well, yeah. I'm in entertainment. I mean, even if you haven't heard of me, you know that I'm a fucking rock star.
He kind of looks over his shoulder, and he goes, "You think I could get a couple of backstage passes for me and my girlfriend?"
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I got you. And I look over at Gregor and I go, fix him up.
Yes, sir.
He was okay. I'll be right back. And he takes this portable tablet computer that is like 2 inches thick. The thing looks ancient, and looks like it weighs a ton. And he says, "I'll be right back." And he goes off in the back room, and you can kind of hear some yelling coming from a shut door back there, and he finally opens the door and he goes, "Okay, the 4 of you, come in here, and you can explain what it is that you're trying to get at." And you can hear a yell from the other guy in the audience, like, "What they're getting at? Shit, man, you don't even know what they're here for."
I'm walking right on in. I'm walking right on in, and I'm fucking ashing my fucking cigarette off in the corner office plant, And I'm gonna sit down, lean back with my legs kind of spread out, the rock star relaxation.
Oh, yeah,
pose,
yeah.
Just, oof. Yeah.
All right, give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
Man,
If you act crazy enough, you can get an audience with anybody.
That is true. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
absolutely. It worked out great this time.
Oh hell yeah! You can't expect the DM to let us fucking do it all the time. You can't rinse and repeat. Got to come up with something new for the next time.
Had to be fresh.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got fans that expect us to have riveting original content.
I have never checked to see if we have any fans. Like, I don't want to know what they say, so I don't look.
I don't really see any comments very often.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice that anybody watches, though, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's people watching. So yeah, there's the views. I mean, each one of the videos gets like, within a week or so, it'll have 30 or 40 views.
Okay, so we got like solid regulars.
Yeah,
That's
200
really cool.
people that watch this stuff between this and Friday.
I think they should all have to meet each other in real life, though.
I do. Yeah, you guys. If you're our fan, you need to talk and set that shit up and have like a fucking.
When we change campaigns in February or March, we need to get some of them to join us.
That's right.
Drinax Con.
Maybe they would. That would be cool too.
A Drinax Con, hell yeah, but it'll have to be like in a small rural country town, and because then it'll be like we're going at a lower tech level place, and we'll have to get real drunk and like,
everybody has to come in cosplay as their characters.
Fuck yeah, and you fucking make the sheriff's department, and
we can do it in Romania.
Yeah.
So Ting sits down with in the typical rock star pose with one leg cocked up over the arm of the chair, and probably lighting up another cigarette. And you guys are coming, and there's this guy sitting behind. He's wearing a tie, but the top 2 buttons of his shirt are undone, so the tie is just kind of hanging loose around his neck, like why is it even there? I don't like maybe he loosened it and just didn't have the wherewithal to take it the fuck off anyways. And he looks up at you guys and he goes, "Holy shit, who the fuck are you supposed to be?"
Yeah. I guess I didn't actually be Tiffany Zazzle. I was like a different rock star. So I'm Tiffany Zazzle's new protege, man. I am fucking rock hardware.
Go ahead and make a deception plus charm check, and you're going to be at a -3 for that.
Aw. Don't like rock hardware. 8.
So he goes, He goes, well, I mean, I guess that's not. He goes, a lot of weird shit happens on Salif, and I'm not going to really argue of whether or not you really are a thing. But last I heard, and this came through just a couple of weeks ago, we did get the holographic the holographic performance of Tisney Zazzle in Tobiah for the launch of Deep Night Revelation. He says
That was
he says
amazing.
I didn't see you on that stage.
No, you might not have, but perhaps you saw my video where I had sex with 57 different species.
No, he says he says to be real honest, I don't. I don't run in those circles. He says,
I don't know what to say.
I try not to. He says, sometimes my job takes me there, and it's never a good time for me. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I've come here with urgent message for you to talk to my physician doctor. Has some important information coming your way.
Okay.
There's a threat to the planet that we've been made aware of.
He says, okay, so what kind of threat? He's like, a planet is a big place. So, I mean...
A ship is on the way that we discovered plans that they are going to disperse a biological agent.
He says that is rather concerning. He says, do you have any proof of this?
I do, and I do. So
we hand him a body part from one of the guys.
Here, I've been carrying this around.
Instead of the arm.
Here, let me take out this sample of this Maslin. You go have it analyzed.
But I can't show him the evidence. I can show him the evidence that they said, we're going here, we're going to put Agent Sindal on the planet this way and that.
So he goes over your video evidence, and he goes over your portable computer, and he watches this log and that you've gone over, and he shuts your laptop, and he says, have you shown anybody else this?
We kind of broadcast
Not here
it,
yet.
didn't we? Not here though.
He says, so you've broadcast this information in another location. What location did you broadcast this in?
Oh wait, we didn't broadcast where they're going, did we?
We didn't broadcast where they were going, but we broadcast all about the thing. But, mind you, this guy might be one of their agents. So if he acts in the slightest fucked up, I'm going to claw him in the neck.
Okay, that's how it's going to be. Yeah, the planet of origin was made aware of the experiments being done.
He says, oh, okay. And he gets up, and he goes over to the door, and he opens up, and he goes, Thomason, come in here. And he says, and bring Smith and Gentry.
Okay. Either going to get violent or competent.
So these three other, the one that Ting had dazzled with the ability to get backstage passes, and two other large individuals come in, and they're all dressed equally bad, like a cross between a 1970s polyester detective and a used car salesman. They all reek of U-Ban and Pall Mall cigarettes. And they open the door, and he looks at them, and he says, I want you to place these four individuals under arrest for filing a false police report and for endangering the peace.
You should tell us to roll initiative.
Yeah, basically, I'm not going to put up with this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Okay. I love you guys. Let's see.
I get a whopping 6.
Hold on here. Let me bring y'all up. Let's see here.
Arrest us, my ass.
I guess they don't know we're murderous pirates because we pretended to be someone else.
Yeah, but we're
pirates.
Yeah, you guys are going by your false names.
I don't have one.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Dew Claw.
There you
I
go.
haven't used mine yet, but
Your what? Your fake name?
At one point, we'd all you'd all come up with false names.
Nancy Shumway.
Braveheart.
Oh, there you go.
McDonald. How about McDonald?
Oops.
All
Or
right.
McDowell? Or Macbeth?
These are
I
huge.
sure hope our ship is refueled after we kill these guys. So we
Well,
can
I think
leave.
if we kill them quietly enough, then this is no big deal.
So
Maybe we
allow
should leave
all of
one.
you can all make a recon plus intellect check.
We got like 12. I'm good.
We got 11.
Yeah.
How I did that, I don't know.
I got it too.
Those are pretty damn good roll.
I got 6 on the recon check.
So Keith didn't notice any. What did Beth get?
12.
Okay. So you guys, so everybody except for Keith, these 4 individuals are the only people that you have seen in this entire office.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean that there aren't other agents out on patrol somewhere, but it doesn't look like they have a huge number of individuals on
Looks like
patrol.
their police department's gonna get downsized pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're about to do that.
And if they got that info and wanted to like let it happen, fuck them. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
horrible.
part of it. They're paid off, man.
Maybe they asked for it. Maybe they hate the Aslan here
Maybe.
and wanted to get rid of them. I don't know. Either way,
Probably
Yeah.
outnumbered.
Fuck these punks. I'm fixing to kill one of them.
yeah, we'll fuck them up.
So should I use the stunner, the auto pistol, the body pistol, or the garrote?
Follow your heart.
Well, the garrote means you're going to have to go for a grapple check.
Yeah.
And generally, with the garrote, you're going to have to make sure that they're unaware, or else it's just not going to work.
If you stun their leader and we kill his little friendly guard people, the leader would know the truth on why he's being a dumbass. And when his friends are dead, he might be more willing to be a little bit more respectful.
Especially with an auto pistol at his temple.
Not fucking believing I'm a fucking rock star, you piece of fucking shit. You gotta roll initiative, Gregor.
Oh, he got a 12, I think. I just haven't put him in yet.
Okay.
This guy, a little bit tougher.
I mean, it's 4-on-4 as it is, right? I mean, I trust my crew versus these fucking space junkie hacks.
But all I have on is a damn cloth armor.
But don't get hit. That's all. You just don't get hit.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, I don't think they're expecting ruthless murdering in response to an arrest.
Yeah, especially not from the guy with nipple tassels and shit.
Yeah.
Get a doctor.
Yeah.
And a business manager.
Right. Yes, a business manager, a doctor, and a guy with nipple tassels. So, you know.
I don't even think we need the death bots, but I mean, in theory, they would be there. But we haven't been role playing them, so I will say they're still.
Well, they wouldn't fit in the room anyway.
They're standing guard out in the police lobby, drinking U-Ban.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a good place for them.
So,
Do they have Starbucks?
so these three guys come in. Two of them are rather well. They're the guy that was behind the counter that initially was excited about getting backstage passes. These three guys are pretty burly. And like I said, you had noticed that it looks like out of this entire office, these are the only four individuals in this office. The other thing that you notice that has surpassed Keith, they do appear to be wearing armor under their clothes. So it appears that they are wearing like cloth armor. Not fantastic, but it's something. And so Beth, you hear him say, that he to arrest these individuals. What do you do?
I say, I'm going to make an exception this one time and do you some harm. And then I'm going to shoot him. Let's see here. That's a good one. So I got a 12 on my dot.
So even with a -1 for drawing, that is still an 11. And who are you shooting?
The one who said to arrest us.
Okay, so you're shooting the captain.
Yeah, fucker.
So that is a +3 to damage.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. 11.
Oof. I have to break out a calculator for this. That's kind of smart.
Surely you can add without and subtract without a calculator.
I can, but my brain.
You're not a Gen Z, are you?
No. There we go.
I hate that the young kids.
Well,
They can't add and subtract without a calculator.
What cracks me up is that when I was in school, if we wanted to use a calculator, all we ever heard was, "Well, you're not always going to have a calculator with you." Fucking joke's on you.
and when I was in school, they would have said, "What's a calculator?"
Right. Yeah.
They'd only been out a year.
Right. Yeah.
And that was when I was in college.
Well, and I still found it funny because among the nerd crowd, the Casio watch with the calculator on it was like a really big thing. I mean, only a couple of the kids in the school had them because they were fucking expensive. But you could see the writing on the wall. Like, what do you mean you're not going to have a calculator? That guy over there's parents are rich, and he's got a calculator with him all the time on his wrist. So I don't.
Eventually.
Yeah, it's coming. The cat's out of the bag, guys.
Yeah.
Gregor, what are you doing? You see Beth pull out her pistol and blast this guy. Blast the authority captain. And his loose tie. Her laser cuts his loose tie in half.
Yeah. Did him a favor.
Is he dead?
He is not dead.
Yeah.
I've got an auto pistol. I stick it right in the face of the guy next to me and pull the trigger.
Okay. I'm going to say that because of short range, that's going to be a routine rather than a average. So 6+. Go ahead and make your gun combat plus dex check.
Yeah, it sure is hard to make a difference.
11.
It's so hard to be good guys in the Dust Belt. That is a +5 to damage.
Let's see, an auto pistol is +2. It's 2D.
Oh, are you?
I'm using an auto pistol.
Right. Are you? Oh, auto pistol. Right. So it is. Allow me to check.
2D, that +5.
Auto pistol is 3D -3.
Oh, so it's 3D plus 2.
Yes. Yes, it is. Shit. Look at all those fucking ones. That's unbelievable.
Aw.
That's statistically impossible almost. How
Yeah, that.
Man.
could I miss? I stuck it in his face.
Roll a d6. Or 1d, rather.
One. That
Oh,
can't be.
well,
That's
fuck.
4 rolls. That's
Well,
4
you,
ones.
you completely succeeded. So, wow. Okay.
How can there be 4 ones in a row?
I know, right?
That
Well,
just
I
happens
mean, it's
sometimes.
not impossible. It's just improbable. So yeah, that's a lot of ones. So let's see here.
I'm going to go over here and change my setting on my dice. I'm going to turn advanced dice on.
And roll 2d.
No. Eight.
So Gregor just he pulls out his auto pistol, puts it up under the chin of the detective next to him, and pulls the trigger. It goes through the bottom of the guy's jaw and out the top part of his cheek.
Oh my gosh.
He will survive if he is given basic emergency medical assistance, and suffers no ill effects, and will suffer no ill effects providing that he receives proper medical treatment while he is recovering. But if not, he's going to permanently lose D3 points from strength and endurance. So you did 5 points. And aside from the hole in his face, he is still. He obviously jumps back and is against the wall, holding his head, but he's not dead.
All right. Well,
Ting, what's your plan? You gonna go?
What's the
Wolverine?
biggest, baddest one in there?
Well, there's 2 big bad ones. One out of the 3 big bad ones, one of them is holding his face because there's a hole in it.
Right. So then the other big bad one, I'm going to go ahead and attack him with my fucking arc claws.
Okay. Make a melee plus your melee blade plus your choice of either strength or dex.
That's a 12.
Oof, that is a hit.
No kidding.
With a +4 to damage.
Rip his heart out.
Now those have armor penetration too, don't they?
That's correct.
What is their
I
armor
have-
penetration?
It's more than what he probably has, but let me get you the number.
I thought it was like 6, but
Oh no, dude. 20.
AP 20 on those?
Yeah, arc field claws.
Okay. Well-
Page 57 of the Central Supply Catalog.
Fuck me running. Okay, so
20.
Yeah, AP 20 in their 4D damage. A TL-15 weapon, man. This, they just-
hold on. That's Razor Claw.
I would think 21 hit points take this poor guy out. At least put him unconscious.
You said that was on page 57?
it might be the old one. It might be on a new page now.
So I see Razor Claws.
Yeah, and then look at the TL-15 model of them.
Oh, I see Arcfield Claws. Yeah. Fuck me. They are AP 20. Okay. So yes, you are correct. 21 points. Well, that's easy math to do.
I assume he's at least unconscious.
Yeah, so Ting jumps up out of his chair and Wolverines this guy, and it goes through his chest. You just see arc claws go through his entire torso and rip up and pull out, and this guy drops to the ground unconscious.
And then Ting will say, I think you need to rethink your position on this.
Ting, I will allow you to make a persuasion plus. You can make a persuasion plus intellect check.
Oh, okay. Here we go. No.
Nope.
He's not rethinking today.
No, he
But-
is not.
He's mad.
Yeah, they're down by one. You know, they've lost a guy. He
Yeah.
had kids, you know, and one of them had a potato for a heart. The fucking medical
Potato for a
expenses are
heart.
crazy, you know.
He had tadpoles for an ear.
Yeah, man. It's just a fucked up poor
He's
guy.
just doing wages.
Or he
Or
was a
that.
potato that needed a new heart. You know.
Yeah,
either
there
way.
you go.
He's got a tough time. So, he out of his cross draw, he pulls out a heavy revolver, and he's going to take a shot at Tang.
Ting will accept the -2, and we're in melee range. I can
Yeah.
parry that shit.
You could because it is a pistol.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he's got an 11. What is your melee skill?
2,
That's still going to hit.
but he's got a -1 for drawing, don't he?
Yes, but that's still going to hit because it's an 8. But it won't be any bonus
yeah.
damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so he. Yep, that is correct.
Wow, he does a lot of damage.
Yeah, heavy revolver, 4D -3. He pulls out, and Ting attempts to block his gun, and he does hit the barrel and knocks it aside a bit. But the guy gets a shot off, and it hits Ting in the side for 10 points. Now, what's your armor?
Right now I'd have probably a Diplo vest.
Yep.
Just 3, right?
That's something. I'll patch it up.
Yeah, I'll be patched up. I think Diplo vest is trying to find it on my fucking shit. I think it's 10, but it sounds wrong.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I think it's 3.
Diplo vest. Oh, come on. It didn't. Alright. Standard armor. Diplo vest. Yeah, it's 3.
All right, so 7 points of damage.
All right, so you take 7. Your Diplo vest is dented, and but the round doesn't penetrate. It flattens against your Diplo vest, and so that 7 points of damage is a broken rib and a big ass bruise.
You know what? Could I spend a luck point and make him miss?
You could.
I want to do that because why the fuck would I have luck points if I'm not going to use them?
That is true. So yeah, you can spend a luck point, and so that gives him a 7. And you do knock his pistol aside, and he fires, and it goes between you and Gregor, and slams into the terrible 1970s wood paneling wall.
And then, yeah, and with that I'll go jam on. Yeah! Well, you know, I'm a rock star, so
All of these guys are carrying Dirty Harry handguns, and so the other two draw their heavy revolvers. One of them is going to draw their heavy revolver and take a shot at Gregor.
Gregor's wearing cloth armor.
Yeah, you'll fare better than I did. Ooh. But don't forget your luck points.
Oof,
Yeah,
and he
I got
misses.
10 of those puppies.
He misses terribly. The gun goes off, and it actually goes through the office wall out into the concourse. The other guy is going to.
He's lucky he didn't shoot his friend.
He is going to attempt to grapple Beth.
Bring it, yeah.
So he is going to make a melee unarmed plus his strength, and he gets a 9. So Beth, you can make a melee unarmed. Do you have melee unarmed? I know you have. You must have melee.
Yes, I have melee unarmed.
Okay, so it's melee unarmed plus your strength.
I
Or, yeah, it's your strength. Because it's
got 12. I made it. I
okay,
think.
so Beth does like some Tai Chi Kung Fu maneuvers and blocks this guy's attempt to manhandle her. Keith, what are you doing?
I am
Pressure is
going
too-
to draw my woodpecker. I assume I still am carrying the woodpecker.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's had a chance to disarm anybody yet.
Yeah, and I'm going to fire on the captain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's see. 11.
That's
with -1.
Yeah, that is a hit with +3 to damage. Are you firing that on burst?
It's an auto 3, so I would assume I would fire on burst.
Yeah, so that would be, you would add another 3 to the damage. So +6 total.
Okay.
Hopefully the captain's not going to like this.
Uh, 15.
Oof.
Ooh,
Oof.
Strength is a big roll in combat.
I know.
So, even with his armor, Heath, you hear the staccato sound of his woodpecker go off, just bop, 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 just brip, and he catches 3 rounds to the chest and crumples like wet paper behind the desk. He goes down.
Awesome.
Beth, you've still got these 2 detectives. One of them is trying to grab you like he's interested.
Oh, well, he needs to get shot, probably. Okay. So that would be 11.
11?
Yeah.
So that is a +3 to your damage.
14.
Okay. So he's going to take 9. So at point blank range, Beth. Actually, that's going to be another 2. Point blank range, you hear Beth's laser go snap, and this guy's shirt and tie catch fire because he took it right in the abdomen. Gregor.
I aim
Okay.
at the face of the guy I already shot.
Okay. So minor action, you aim.
And I shoot.
Okay.
And it's dex plus gun.
Yep. Gun plus dexterity.
Any more for being close?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's routine, so 6+ to hit.
12.
Yikes. Okay, so a couple of things are gonna happen here. So the first thing is roll a d6. This is gonna be a critical hit.
Four.
So you hit him square in the torso. And first, let's go ahead and roll your damage. So your damage plus 6.
Eight.
Okay.
He's already got 5.
And then roll 2d.
Eight.
Oof. So you hit him dead center in the chest, and he will die unless given prompt medical assistance and will suffer effects. If he survives at all, he will lose 1d from either strength, dex, or endurance, and d3 from all other stats. And he crumples and goes down. You can tell that he's still alive because there is still blood pumping out of the hole that you just put into his chest.
Nice.
There's one guy left.
Anybody got a cork?
Ting, what would you like to do?
This is just a detective guy.
Yep.
Is he the one that I was trying to give backstage passes to?
Yes.
You know, I'm going to ask him, do you really want to die today? Is that really the path that you're going to force me to take? Or perhaps you could see reason.
Go ahead and make a persuasion plus intellect check.
Yeah, and he needs a 4 to pass.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty low.
10.
Okay. He drops his pistol and puts his hands up and he says, "Look, man, the captain and those other guys, they were all a part of that whole thing, but I was never really a part of it. I just work here. I never wanted to get tied up in that."
Do you have any certain passcodes or anything else? We want to contact the defense boat and tell them to kill on sight the Dawnseeker as soon as it comes into system.
The who?
He goes, I don't know what that is. He says, Dawnseeker. He says, defenses. We're Class C starport. I mean, we've got a couple. We've got a couple of missile launchers and maybe a couple of beam laser turrets, and that's it.
Who controls the defense boat?
He says, we can put out a call. He goes, but he says, that's going to draw a lot of attention. He says, I mean, not that this whole situation isn't going to draw attention. He says, but I can help with that if you need me to.
Oh, we're definitely going to need your help.
Maybe we should just fucking leave at this point. Screw it. Like we'll kill them ourselves. We'll shoot it down. We tried, but we're gonna get like arrested for murder if we stick around.
He says that agent. He says that biological agent. He says it only affects Aslan, right?
Nope. Humans too, man. They're trying to wipe the whole fucking planet out.
And then we leave.
And does he pee his pants?
Make a deception plus intellect check.
Ting loves to lie more than he likes telling the truth. Well, it's an 8.
They haven't.
He says.
Yeah.
Well, I overheard them talking. And he says they were saying that it was only going to affect Aslan. So if it's going to affect everybody, then I would rather throw myself in with you guys.
Well, come with us and let's see if we can save this planet.
He says, agreed. He says, I don't know what you guys are all about, but if it means saving people's lives, he goes, I don't want anybody to die from some biological weapon.
Sweet.
Glad you could see sense.
We
Yeah.
got the one guy who's not a piece of shit out of the Dream Squad.
Well, he did want to bring his wife to my concert. I knew he was a good guy.
So we will break here. We'll pick this up next week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Cameron,
Same with you.
think about if you want to play through on Saturday, and let me know tomorrow what your decision is. Because Brian said that he could go either way. So he says he's got family in town. I almost just decided, let's just call it.
Okay.
So it's entirely up to you if you want to play. So
I will send you a message tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Good game.
Have a good night,
thanks.
guys.
Had a lot
Happy
of fun.
Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye.
Good night.